Stay tuned, McWarriors, and welcome back to another episode of RogueTech. So we continue to the campaigns of Howl's, Harrows, and last time we had another little bit of a rumble, managed to pick up a brand new Marauder, which I have some interesting ideas with, based just purely on the equipment that we currently have on hand, and I can't wait to actually put them into process. However, it's going to be a little while before it's even just fully fixed before I can start putting on things like the Clan XL engine and stuff that are going to absolutely skyrocket its price. So in the meantime, drop interception. We have detected an inbound dropship belonging to the Draconis Combine. Our local defense forces in the expected drop area are ill-equipped to handle a lance of mechs, but with your aid, we can ensure that the raid does minimal damage. We'd like you to participate, intercept the Curitan lance, and destroy it. This will be a 3 of 13 priority salvage, 478,000 Seebles at 4 skulls. What, are you mad? Well, I happen to be dropping 6 mechs, so maybe a little bit. Already dropping down with 6 of our mechs. We actually have 7 of the bays finished by this point. We have moved planets, as you may have noticed. This is not the Highlands. This is, in fact, a jungle. So enjoy the new biome. However, we have 7 of the 8 drop bays fixed. However, we only have 2 of the additional mech controls. So I need to buy another mech control for 6 days and 400,000 or so Seebills. Then another mech bay upgrade to drop the 8th mech, another mech control upgrade to control that 8th mech, and then a whole bunch of additional mech tonnage increases because, well, at this point we're starting to get beyond what the Leopard dropship apparently can handle. So for today's little battle in this lovely little jungle, we have Finn in the Catapult 3, and this Catapult 3, I still haven't come up with a name just yet for it. I'm still sort of workshopping an idea in my head. No idea what it's going to end up being, but hopefully something good will come out of it. Mockingbird in the other Catapult, which has the MMLs, the Paradox in the Warhammer, Howl, of course, in her Timberwolf Death Crusade, bringing back the Lament, and of course Finn in the Catapult 3? Wait, so Jester in the Bushwhacker, he's the one that we forgot. Of course, the Bushwhacker, a solid, reliable design with a gun that is less than reliable but shoots a lot of shots, and it's proven to be very, very good. So with that out of the way, let's get underway with our hyper-aggressive, super-fast, and battle armor-equipped AMS mech, and then back that up with the Lament. I'd like to actually get the Lament in a fairly decent firing position. Where actually are we going? God, this post-processing is hilarious for this haze that they're currently going for us in the jungle. Hopefully it doesn't become too bad. We're going to start getting on forward. We can run through the Spore Cloud for the first move. That's not all that big of a problem. Nobody can see anybody on the first turn anyway, and by the time we actually get into combat, I imagine that everything is going to be mostly sorted on that front. Anyway, Warhammer, still a little bit slower than it otherwise needs to be. I have several mechs that are still being designed, and we're about 18 days away from Kerensky's stick, and a few other days from a couple of the surprises that I've got. The Bird Boy is actually done again, however, it hasn't been modified, and really needs to be retired at this point. I'm not quite certain what I want to do with it just yet. Just because it's a cool mech, it's got a lot of history for us, but it's kind of dangerous. Okay, we got a Mongoose, a Raptor 2, and a Venom, so none of these are particularly heavy mechs. Should we... Oh, never mind, you've got a heavy PPC. Let me get a quick little sensor lock on top of you and see if I can't get some good accuracy going down. If I can remove you from the equation, that'd be ideal. Apparently that didn't improve it at all. Triple shot. We did hit him once. Okay, so that works. We were statistical, firing 3 shots on a 34% chance to hit, and only one of them managed to connect. So we're being by the numbers so far. Not worried about the Raptor. I believe you're just basically a 45-ton mech. You're a medium or a small. The Mongoose, of course, is just a little loot pinata that we love to smash because you get all kinds of cool stuff on it most of the time. Not all the time. There are times when you get pretty crap equipment out of it, but most of the Mongooses have things like arced sheath beacon cockpits, which are just lovely to rob. I'm a little bit surprised you didn't shoot at anybody, considering you did have a shot on the Lament. I know that for a fact, since I had a shot on you. The Lament, of course, in a fantastic position, just as our massive PPC carrier. And in this biome, he's actually able to keep up a pretty decent rate of fire with that triple PPC that he's all set up with. Mockingbird, if you don't mind, I'd like you to bring your Risk MML mech somewhere into range. I saw a direct line of sight. You had one. There it is. I have to go back here in order to make that. You're not particularly accurate in order to do that sort of thing. Had you been, say, the ER, the Catawacker, I might feel a little bit more inclined to do that. Ooh, I want your stem cannon. So give me your stem cannon so I can steal it and put things into it. The Mongoose it's got streaks on it, so that tells me it's got at least some interesting gear. Oh, okay, here we go. Sensor Recon would be lovely to rob from it. Other than that, internal, she's an XL. Throw an endo on it, so should be easy to crack. I just need to have a fairly decent shot on his side, and he'll just completely fall to pieces. You know what? We may as well just go for a bombardment. 30% accuracy. It is still 40 missiles. And if that didn't penetrate, we're getting pretty gosh darn close.
Reporting critical hit.
Good job. Although if you had managed to tear out its engine in just a couple of critical hits, that would have been hilarious. Because removing Among Us from the fight right away would have been making me feel a lot more comfortable with the current sort of lineup of how things are going out here. What do you get? Oh yeah, you're a heavy PPC. So heavy PPC, the sub cannon I really want to get my hand on. TS EMP, so I don't know what it all means, but the EMP cannon basically is one of the better support melee weapons. It basically screws with all of your systems. And it's rather hilarious while it does it. 35%, I'm going to run you at full 6 because, yeah, 42 at full 6 shots. Blast him. That was what, 2, maybe 3 shots? So not quite as good as I was sort of hoping for. And we'll run our pulse laser mech on forward. Should be rather ideally suited to handle this sort of situation, because the quad large pulse lasers ought to have the range and the accuracy against someone who's trying to be evasive. Sure, I'll walk you up over here. You have an ER large laser, and it's a terrible shot. Shoot anyway. I moved you into this direction. I may as well take advantage of it. So that Venom's going to be really hard to hit. Once he sets up, he's also going to be very, very hard hitting, because heavy PPCs just deal a lot of damage. So we're going to rush the Timberwolf off to the side where we can keep him more or less engaged and protected in the nice little forest that we have here, in case anybody wants to start dropping thermal bolts on top of this little group. Not that the Timberwolf really cares about that. Oh, and the Battle Armor AMS kicking on in. He does have swarm ammo, though, which could prove to be unpleasant. Who was that? A Kraken. Wait, like... No, I was about to say, like the hero version? No, this is an Atlas. Okay. Well, at least it looks like an Atlas. May not necessarily be. Kraken, I was thinking was King Crab. Like, wait, really? It turns out this would be a nice little robbery. I may actually end up going for that. I'm not really impressed by the rest of what I'm seeing so far. The heavy PPC would be an interesting grab. I wanted some cannon just from a random salvage. I'm not going to invest anything into it. And they're running away from me. That is unpleasant, because now I have to chase after them. Alright, so we will rush right on into cover. We want to make sure that we still have some defense against the Kraken. Okay, accuracy, not so good accuracy. So, are you just literally just an Atlas? You look like an Atlas. I mean, you got twin large lasers, the Gauss rifle, the Elram swarm, of the twin medium lasers. Yeah, you're a proper Atlas. Let's get a little bit of pressure down on the Venom, I think. Just to pull him from the equation. I don't want to deal with this heavy PPC. So the more damage it does to me, the more problems it will create. For obvious reasons. Scatter him with a little bit of shots. I'm not super happy with how that turned out. Lament could actually come up here and start really causing havoc. I'll go for the direct... Well, he's a Gauss rifle. Do you really want to get into a slugging match with a Gauss rifle? The answer to that question is generally not. We'll triple PPC. I need to find 2 more clan ER PPCs to replace my current Tiger Art ones, because that'll probably allow me to give me a couple more... It'll actually save me heat, I believe. And also I can throw in some whatchamacallit, thingamabobs. Trying to remember, double heat sinks. One of my MMLs is jammed, which is less than ideal. I think I just want to... Oh wow, your leg got exposed by that. That was really good. I think I'm just going to fire at the Venom then. 32% accuracy, and I may as well just start shaving on it a little bit more. So a couple of light hits, nothing too serious so far. Paradox, his Warhammer. Sprint, and you can actually see that, which is really impressive to me, actually. I'm going to start moving along the path to see if I can't get you on forward again, so that you can start tanking a little bit, because I'm not super happy with a couple of my lighter-ish mechs being forward to be tanking Kraken shots. The Gauss rifle alone has me worried. Don't hit me with that. Don't hit me, bro. The Battle Armor AMS, saving us so much damage. Alright, Howl can get into a bit of... Well, Howl can't, actually. I mean, I could send her into a slugging match with that Kraken, and she'd probably come out on top too. She's got 2 Gauss rifles as opposed to 1. But the real big problem is I want to steal the Kraken. Let's Warlord. Let's see if I can't remove him from the equation. There we go. We did hit him with a Gauss rifle. Didn't blow him up, but we hit him.
Target's taken a critical hit.
And Jester. Jester's Bushwhacker, currently jammed on the rotary autocannon, which is okay. Just going to run on forward from cover to cover. Couple of pulse laser shots. Even managed to hit him one. And the gun's unjammed again, so he'll be able to just let loose crazily and annihilate things again. Okay, it looks like a Mongoose is coming on back for the battle. And he does have a jamming ring around him, which I do need to be careful of. And the point defense does not care for your streaks. He has his own built-in AMS,
Yeah.
so we didn't actually need the battle armor AMS to run with that one. You do have a target there. I don't want to take it because... don't want to accidentally misclick something. The reason I don't want to take it is because I would like to get direct line of sight against that target, first of all. I see that line. It's not a purple one. I saw the full one. If I come out of cover. You know what? I think I'll risk it. We'll come out of cover. There is a gas rifle on the field, which is very concerning, but I might be able to kill this mongoose in basically one salvo. Yeah. So that worked out exactly as I intended. The Lament has dealt with one of the smallies, so we've just got these 3 left. And the Venom seems to be pulling back a little bit. He's not turning to re-engage, which is a little bit odd. I would have turned to re-engage immediately, because I've got a heavy PPC at that point, and why wouldn't I want to be aggressive? Alright, we will push on forward.
Roger.
Now the great thing about having removed the mongoose from the table is I don't have to worry now about that mongoose jamming me, which gives me 40% accurate shots on my large pulse. And I got a structure exposed result. Wasn't much damage on the structure exposed, but now that it's revealed, I can just fire missiles into it, I can fire racks into it, and it'll all do something. Unless, of course, I opened up an arm. No, I opened up both. Okay. This is... Do you have an XL engine? I think you do. So I may have a chance of just killing you. And it doesn't look like it's on the side of the PPC. Most mechs have a right side bias. I've mentioned this before, but it is truth. And that right side bias means most of their heavy weapons tend to be mounted on a right side. Warhammer's going to be in a good position to engage. Gonna fire, of course, in cluster mode. We will, of course, warlord on top of that just to add 2 more.
Roger.
We're just looking for some good crits. Didn't get really any good crits.
Good to go.
Alright, so the Bushwhacker can now come surging forward as well. We'll get some hopefully accurate fire, only 27%. I wonder if we're being jammed, 48%. Let's see if I can't take you off the board. Yes, yes I could. Left leg and left arm and left torso, of course.
Enemy down.
So the entire mech is down. It did indeed have an XL engine, which was something he probably should have addressed. I don't want to shoot you just yet.
Understood.
Or my Timberwolf on forward. Be nice and protective. It's Mockingbird who I want to go after this Kraken. Because I want Mockingbird to take him down. I also don't want to put Mockingbird in too much danger. But these things may have to go hand in hand. Do you have a direct line of sight from down here? Like just a flat out? No, it's not. It's still an obstructed. Okay, since it's an obstructed, what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush right on over here.
Roger, Skipper.
And I'm not going to target anything at you at all. I'm just going to reserve. Because I want to make sure that the launchers are available when he comes over this corner. And I think he will actually come over the ridge. At least I hope he does. He's in a bloody Atlas. Yeah, he's standing on the ridge. He's jammer affected. Firing the Bushwhacker and missed most of his shots. And the BA self-defense coming in as well. Although the Bushwhacker has his own protection as well.
Oh, it's on now.
Alright, we are apparently on like a Donkey Kong. And I would like to chase after several mechs. I don't really have a good thing to do with you. So what you're going to do is you're going to lay a sensor lock down on him. So that I can get good accuracy. Because I'm going to try and take you intact. So the sensor lock will help out. It'll remove some of evasion. We're going to pull you back a little bit. It's not a big deal at the moment. And the Raptor is... Oh, he ran away. You idiot. You've just made my life so much easier. Yep, jammer removed results all around. I'm not gonna shoot you from this range. Don't worry. I mean, I could, but I'm not. I'm keeping you alive. The Bushwhacker, on the other hand, is going to go chasing after your little friend. Can I see your little friend? No, it doesn't look like it, but I am going to go chasing after you. It's sort of a perfect... it's a perfect cavalry mech. So I have every intention of making that hurt. You, Finn, are going to run up, and we're going to sort of improve the odds here. And this also could be incredibly dangerous, but we're going to UAV ping. Blink. Hi, you've been touched. And then Mockingbird can now come surging on forward at maximum pace. And of course, you're going to set these two SRMs with your Inferno rounds. And activate that there. So we are going to sprint on forward. Get you up close and personal. You know what? I'm going to risk it all.
10-4.
We're going to risk it all on this one. We're going to full warlord on top of it. Hi, you've been invited to a barbecue. Featuring you. That's 195 heat in one round of shooting. That mech is offline, Tex. Alright, now we can start pushing to kill his friend while she continually just lights him on all the fire. Yeah, you're not turning on, buddy. You can try. You're going to fail. Finn, do me the biggest of favors. Run to this guy with your large pulses. Do you have a target here? No, you don't. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to lay down a sensor lock, of course. On to our little aggressive electronic countermeasure buddy over here. And Death Crusade, not in a position to do anything, I don't think, but he can start sort of maneuvering off to try and hit him off at the pass, as the case may be. Phase 23, that'll of course be Mr. Simp Cannon here over here. Alright, Raptor, what you gonna do? You just gonna stand still, or are you gonna run off in this direction? You run off in this direction, next turn, the Lament's gonna kill you. You run off in this direction, we're gonna kill you. You run off in this direction, you're gonna get stuck in the water. So take your poison, you're gonna lose anyway. I think you know that. Give in. Surrender. Now he's gonna stand still.
Waiting for orders.
Hi, buddy. Just do me the biggest of favors and get out of your mech.
10-4.
Okay, that's a knockdown, plus another 203 heat. And on your back. And we're just gonna basically hang out next to you.
There.
We're gonna have a party, me and you. Alright, Bushwhacker. I can't get, you know, too close to him, otherwise I'll be within the minimum range of the Bushwhacker's rotary autocannon, and I do want to keep that intact. And just go to town. Okay, right torso and right arm. I'm hoping the Sem Cannon wasn't there. I'm hoping his Sem Cannon was in the left arm, just for the purposes of keeping that alive. And we're going to just move into surround you and terrify you, because fire is such a wonderful thing.
Receiving you.
Yeah, what you're going to do is you're going to walk up and you're going to step on him. Just to let him understand that he's in not a good place.
Physical attack.
A little bit of damage, I know. Yeah, Pilot, you're not turning on anytime soon.
Waiting for orders.
Alright, Death Crusade, there's really nothing you can do.
Let's move.
Do you have an 8.3? Yeah, I'm not doing that. Mockingbird. Actually, no, first what we're going to do is I'm going to have a couple of people try and step on him. Or, you know, walk up next to him and shoot him as well. Very, very lightly, of course. 16.5. You know, beam him. You don't do a lot of concentrated damage, but you do a lot of spread damage. And then Jester is not in a good position to sort of follow up, unfortunately. And I'm not going to fire that cannon at him. I have no intention of firing that rotary autocannon into his head. Now, Mockingbird, you're going to stand right next to him.
Rolling.
Aim down at his head. And you're just going to flood him with fire.
All weapons.
Bail out, Pilot. And he's out. Lovely. So that's a Kraken. We did beat the elbowing crap out of most of their other mechs, so hopefully there will be a limited number of spare parts around, and I can get my full Kraken, because this is 3 of 13 priority salvage. And we finished that one a lot faster than I thought we were going to. Alright, 337,600 C-bills, no major damage on any of my mechs. And it was an Atlas. It's a full-on Atlas here. Okay, give me the Kraken parts, because we're going for an Atlas. Of course we're going for an Atlas. I mean, yeah, there's some interesting gear here, but I'm not that suicidal. Did you seriously have an XL engine in this thing? Who decided that? Huh, confirm. Oh no, game, screw you too. It took it from me, so I've got 3 random Atlas parts now. Oh, the game was cruel, truly, truly cruel. Perfect ER large lasers, but kind of who cares? Really, game? That's what you do to me? Oh, evilness. Evil incarnate. I had an opportunity to get my hands on Kraken and just stealing it away from me. Trying to ruin my fun game. I'm not happy with that. I'm still building like a couple of 75-ton mechs and another one, so I can't complain too much, but it would have been really cool to have a Kraken. Hero Atlas. Oh, so disappointed, but also enjoying. So yeah, 8,000 for 2 days. Sure, go ahead and start fixing that. What's busted? Just the catapults and the Bushwhacker. So I can keep Kerensky's stick. Yeah, I'll keep Kerensky's stick at the top line. And alongside the Bushwhacker. Just to make sure that I've got it. And then we'll be ready to go in 2 days. Uno. Don't stop. All of my pilots coming on back, which is great. And Kerensky's stick will be 16 days before it's ready, which I would very much like to have it in my hands. Because I think I've built it into a fairly decent mech for an Orion.
Ready for orders.
To be fair, Orions are really solid designs. But I think I've constructed a fairly solid Orion.
I hear ya.
Alright, nothing in terms of upgrades on that. I really don't have enough cash right now in order to buy any... Oh, that's not true. Engineering. Am I at the point where I can buy an upgrade? I need the mech control. 400,000? I'm a bit short. Mech bay. Storage. Lights. Yeah, those worthless parts. I don't need any of you. You're basically a big spider. Why would I want? Mediums are empty. Heavies are... I really should sell it. I already have one. Yeah, I do already have one. Get rid of it. Oh, I feel much more comfortable now. Now I can build whatever I want. Okay, engineering. The argument that I just had in my head was I have one already. So, I don't need another one. It's cool, it's nice to have another mech that's a Timberwolf. Timberwolves are awesome mechs, don't get me wrong, but I don't need a Timberwolf. Quick check out the store, mainly because the faction shop refreshes between every mission. Banshees, Cataphracts, more Marauders, a whole bunch of Orion parts, Stingers, Wolfhounds. The Wolfhounds are terrible. It's not a bad mech, I just don't like it. Really tempted to grab that. I don't have any Clan Ultra Autocannons, which I'd like to have. Flamers. I could just buy a whole ton of Flamers. I need them, don't I? No, that's the other campaign I need them in. I suppose I could use some spares. And ELRM 5 is not much worth to me. Support weapons, no. Jumps, no. There's a Clan double heatsink kit, so there's that. Oh, wait, no, is this just a normal? Okay. I was like, wait a second. And enhanced imaging cockpit is interesting, but nothing I'm willing to spend money on. Alright, back to the command center. Let's go drop on that other mission that I was kind of planning to be tomorrow's episode. Thorn in the side. There are a whole bunch of test drives. I have tried to make the test drive work, and every single time it seems to glitch out on me. Oh, what the hell, we'll give it a shot. Give me maximum salvage. I'm not going to touch anything, because the last time I tried to touch things, it broke it. Not touching. And I'm not just drop normal. So the last time I tried to sort of, like what I was going to do for today was I was going to just set up a couple of test drives. And when I tried to do that, what ended up happening was for some reason I couldn't add on any additional mechs into the Lance because I wanted to swap a couple of them around. And instead it just sort of kind of broke the UI a bit. I am on a previous version of the game right now. There was another couple of updates that came out yesterday or so. So that may have fixed it. So there's no point in me submitting a ticket to that. But if you are playing the game normally and you do run into problems like that, make sure you do submit tickets. After all, the RogueTech developers can't fix any bugs if they don't know that the bugs are there. So you need to do your very best and go to the Discord, go down to the ticket channel, and make sure that you have all of your logs ready for their perusal. And they will help you out as best as they can. And maybe fix them out for everybody else's sake. But yeah, so hopefully this mission will not go too terribly. We're bringing a Marauder 2, which is awesome. A Marauder 2 is basically a 100-ton Marauder. There are, as far as I know, 3 different Marauders. There's the normal Marauder that everybody knows, 75-ton heavy mech, really great design chassis, one of my favorites. Then there's the 90-ton or 85-ton, I think. Marauder 2C, which is a clan version of the Marauder, upgraded for more firepower. And then, of course, there's the Marauder 2, which the Wolf's Dragoons came along with and is a 100-ton Marauder. And I was actually kind of expecting would be one of the mechs as part of heavy metal. Did not end up being that way. Alright, so test drive. We have captured the latest pride and joy of the Federated Suns, a Marauder 2 MAD 5D. Our scientists have been reverse engineering the monster, but now they say they need real data before they can continue. We'd like you to provide that data. We have located the pirate lands to use as a guinea pig. Take the Marauder 2 down to the planet and eliminate the lance. Needless to say, we don't have another one of these, so it is imperative you return it intact. This will be 4 of 17 priority salvage, which is always a good time because you can almost get yourself a whole mech. And if I end up running into a mad cat, I'm going to be so furious with myself. For 560,000 Seabills at 3 skulls. So it should be sort of right into the difficulty level that we kind of need to. The one important thing to always kind of remember is on test drives and really any mission that brings in a third faction, if multiple drops are expected or that sort of thing, you will never be able to field all 8 of your mechs. Right now, that's a limitation. I don't know if that's going to change in the future, but as of right now, it is a limitation. So if you're a little bit concerned as to why you're unable to field your entire company, that will be the reason. Or if you do try and set up to field your entire company and not the entire company drops, that's why. So just try and keep that in mind so things don't go a little bit too far south. This loading screen has been going on forever. I have forgotten what I've been talking about, but let's drop down onto the planet and see if we can't cause some craziness. Hello. Oh, I love it when all the warfare suites go online. So we are going to have to march our way across the open water. The Marauder 2, of course, must survive, and it is a much smaller map than you might otherwise be. Let's go check out our brand new Marauder that we currently are going to be playing with. This Marauder is equipped, of course, with an ultra autocannon 10, which is interesting, and a pair of TIE Guard PPCs for their additional damage. So let's see if we can't get it into the combat with a little bit of precision. Although, is this the one that has the jump jets on board? I should have checked that. It is the one that can fly. Oh, lovely. So let's bring the Marauder fly. It's got little wings. Of course it should be able to fly. How adorable. All right, brace that up so you can get rid of that. Oh, that might make it the most maneuverable mech in the lands. Especially with the Warhammer backing up. Jeez. Howl, let's bring your Timberwolf on forward as well. See if you can't keep up with a Marauder. Jeez, you're letting everybody down. Your clan technology is inferior to a Marauder 2. How does that make you feel? There were a lot of things that seem to be pinging on through. Oh, there's a support lance. Oh, this is gonna get ugly. Come on forward. And we see everything. We've got a periphery Pike, which has a pair of howitzer 2000s, a Vulcan, which I'm not worried about, and a Drillson, which I might be worried about. Will direct line of sights. I'm not within range for SRM combat. That is less than good. I should target the Vulcan, honestly, but it's at full health. I do have a sighting on you. I may as well go for the full-on Punisher on this one. Not you, but in fact you. Let's see if you've got an AMS on board. Although I can't see anything when I fire the sun at people. Jester, yeah, time to come on forward. Actually, do you have a shot just here? How good is it? It's pretty terrible. Not gonna lie. That is not the kind of shot that you want to have. So what I could do is I could sprint forward, or I could fly forward. Yeah, that's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna fly forward and we're gonna go right in on this Pike. Or not Pike. Right in on this. Hello everybody. Hunchback, dangerous. A Hunchback, dangerous. A couple of helicopters. We've got a Donner, not familiar with it. Warrior, not concerned at all. Blackjack. Right. Okay, so less than ideal setup all around. I do have an okay shot on you. I mean, it's not great, but it's something. Warlord it for keep that temperature under control. Oh, look, we're bloody heat neutral fire. I think we may have gotten 2 hits out of that one. Hal, I need you to come forward as soon as you possibly might, because I need to get a little bit of twin Gauss rifle survival support. Oh, just an absolute savage. Nailing it once again with Gauss rifles, despite the low chance of actually managing to hit the target. And then we'll bring up our lovely little Warhammer for the extra protection. The Vulcan's leg is almost exploded, so if I set this sucker over to cluster mode and I go out for the full Warlord, let's see if I can't rip his leg off. No, I could not. I am a little concerned because my Marauder is so far forward. I may have jumped a little bit too aggressively. I saw the Vulcan. I didn't think it was going to be a problem. I was mistaken. Okay, a little bit of light fire, but he only hit us with the AC-2. This is, of course, a bog standard one. It's got an AC-2, a medium laser, a flamer, and a small, and like a missile launcher too. Yeah, I think it's got a small. So ballistic is his machine gun that he's jammed. Then he's also got an AC-2, a medium laser, and a small laser, I guess? I'm not all that worried about it. The Marauder not able to do, or the Hunchback not able to cause too much damage to us. Lucky for us, it is not a 4G. The 4G Hunchback would have been able to pretty badly rip on into us, and that is not the case here today. We should be able to beat the ever-living crap out of him without too much trouble. I'm a little disappointed with the current showing right now. None of these have any sort of gear that I care about at all. Not even this guy. And this Howitzer 2000s, who cares? So, but we're going to have to survive quite a bit of fire. The Donner might have something interesting. I doubt the Warrior will, though. But the Donner could. Blackjacks could be the one Blackjack that has the twin pulse lasers. That's a pretty good one. And I don't think it's an arrow, but it could be. The Arrows has a pirate large pulse laser and like 6 machine guns. So the machine guns are not interesting, but the pirate large pulse does have some utility potentially, depending on how we want to build things. I mean, we did build a mech with 4 large pulse lasers. I'm still not sold on it, but we have it. So we've got a Hunchback 5A and a Hunchback Unknown. Not quite sure what the 5A is, but I'm gonna guess he doesn't have an AC-20. I'm gonna hope he doesn't have an AC-20, because an AC-20 equipped with one of those things is just gonna be a pretty big nightmare to us. The AI is trying to figure out exactly what it wants to do with its Hela choppers. Alright, here comes the 5A. We're about to find out what it can do. A pair of medium lasers and a jammer. Okay, then you need to die. Because if you're the one who's responsible for all this jamming going down, then I can't allow you to live. The periphery Pike is going to slip over the side and shot himself. Good job. So he basically bombarded himself with his own artillery.
Yes, Commander.
I can only approve. The catapult, I don't think you're in a good enough position to actually do anything, but I can run forward. Finally get myself off of this this terrible terrain. I'll stay on this right side.
Shooting.
Provide some ECM protection for all the boys. Wow, the accuracy is just garbage. Fire. Howl, you continue to impress. Thank you. He blew something off. I don't know if it was a leg or an arm or what, but whatever it is, he's missing it. Can't even tell. Can't see through all this thick jamming. How am I supposed to fight an interstellar war if I can't see the enemy?
Full speed. No
Let's see. Okay, so you did lose an arm, must have a leg, and I gotta take off that jammer soon. But I'm gonna do this just to... Actually, what's your EWS ping right now? If I were to go full ping... Don't think it has a sufficient range. Alright, just continue to keep pressure on this Vulcan. I was hoping that you would crit something and make it explode, but that did not happen. I kind of had a low-key expectation / hope that ammunition would detonate, and that would make me a very happy camper. You're going to do something that I really don't like doing anymore, because I've done it a couple of times and it's gone really badly, but you're going to shoot over everybody's head. Yeah.
Target eliminated.
And you broke the cluster rifle. Of course you did. How badly damaged did Howl get nicked? Not at all. How about you? You took a head hit? What? Did you seriously take a headshot from that? From behind? I didn't think that was physically possible in this game. Missile into energy. Oh, you could be a disco back. I kind of want to kill you just because I can. Someone's giving me jamming out here and I don't want to deal with it. And there goes the Drillson. Lovely. If you can't kill what you want, kill what you can. And do we bounce back? That could be really aggressive, but I think that'll be the right solution right now. We don't want to lose this mech, of course. So we're going to give us a nice little brick to hide behind. So we've managed to remove 2 of the enemies from the equation. And the warrior coming up forward. The warrior's very exposed now. So I might actually be able to take him out before too much goes wrong. I think the Marauder, not the Marauder, I think the Warhammer might need a bit of a rebuild. Not quite sure what to do with it, though. I already have Twin Gauss going, so I don't think Twin Gauss is quite the right way to go. And I like Ballistic, but Gauss is better than Ballistic. A pair of Ultra Autocannon 10s, but that's not really ideal. Just stack up on a quartet of Clan Ultra Autocannon 5s. That would be fun. I might even have the tonnage for that. Do I? 14 tons for the Gauss rifle, plus the double tonnage is 16 tons, plus the 6 or so medium lasers. Yeah, I have the tonnage for that. Maybe. Oh, no, I need the XL engine in it, and then I have the tonnage for that. That'd just be a lot of rapid fire. Yeah, you're actually a good blackjack. So you have the twin large lasers. So I'm going to have to do something about you fairly soon. Stay away from whoever's doing the jamming over here. I still don't know who it is. I assume it's the Donner or whatever it is, because he is just causing nightmares to all things over here. And this goes back, baby. Actually, no, it's misses. All right, nothing too serious. The Timberwolf can handle that kind of fire. The disco back, maybe not so much. And he's cooking. So that's not a good position for him to be in. To be on fire and slowly melting. I'll probably just shoot and scoot from where I stand. And the Donner's pulling back, which may have just removed everybody's ECM protection if my suspicions are correct.
Commander?
Alright, Mockingbird, what you're going to do is you're going to rush on forward. And you're going to basically ruin everyone's night. Hi, I can kill you. But I don't want to kill you. Okay, see, he was not the one jamming, clearly. You're the one on fire? Yes, you are. I wish we knew who the one who was jamming was. I can't imagine it's the warrior, is it? No, it's not the warrior. Could EWS ping that'll nail everybody in the radius. But I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch over... Not LRMs, I want SRMs. We go Inferno on this. We could light you up. You're the one I want. The accuracy's not great, but you're already cooking. And I started the fire for everybody.
Orders?
Alright, do you have a shot with your Gauss rifles? Not really. It's just bad all around. This is very swingy, but if I manage to hit him... Good! She double tapped it again! Twin 30s and just... No, you're gone. You're not in existence anymore. Alright, that'll let me push the Timberwolf on forward. And we are being jammer affected. I need to figure out who's doing this jamming.
Yes, Commander.
Because this jamming is being particularly nasty.
Acknowledge.
Slip off to the side to take care of our evasion problems. Sure, but not. Oh, he got at least one cannon shell and one PPC on a target on that one. So that was actually really good. Make sure you set this to normal mode so you don't break it. We wouldn't want to lose the weapon after all. Rush over here and start putting some pressure on this buddy. He's in the jamming field as well? Either that or we're well, it is night. That is something to keep in mind. And if I really wanted an actual breakdown of this, I could actually look at exactly what's causing the problem. It might just be the night problem. So we'll just have to hold within nice, close, personal range where I can really get some damage done. Unfortunately, our Marauder 2 is not designed for that. It has an Ultra Auto Cannon 10, which doesn't have a medium range, but the PPCs, I'd rather keep them at a distance, if at all possible. We have 50% of the supporting lance and 25% of the standard lance out. I assume, of course, that the standard lance was part of him. Or was he the support? It doesn't really matter. We'll be able to break them all in record time. So it must be one of the hunchbacks carrying the jammer? Is that how this is going? Blackjack's coming on forward. Blackjack walking into a jamming field, I believe. A couple of large laser shots. One of them did actually manage to hit that Marauder, which is less than good. Coming down to 12. Now, y'all have now been mostly lit up. I'm a little disappointed that I didn't start a fire right there, because that would have really started dealing problems to them. So they're going to have to walk through the chemical fire that we've just been spraying all over the place. And once they do that, that's going to screw with their heat sinks, because I don't think they have doubles. Okay, he is the jammer. Oh, and he's got a thunderbolt. Okay. 5A's got to die, which means I've got to get the catapult 3 onto him. I could rush with the Timberwolf, but the Timberwolf has a bit of a problem with trying to get the visual range and the weapons range to match up here. And a whole ton of missiles coming off towards the Marauder, but not able to connect all that efficiently, which is good. But I do need to dive on these guys. And he's just shoving his heat gauge. Fire spreads.
Standing by.
Right, can you get a visual on target? That is the biggest question.
Gotcha.
Sensor affected. 4J I don't care about, but you I do. I'm going to fire. Come on, just be a little bit lucky, a little bit lucky, a little bit lucky. 125 heat is not lucky enough, but close. He's almost offline. And also currently very much on fire. I could shoot at you. I'd like to shoot at you. Because I care more about you. Oh, double tap, and then the medium laser follow-up. We're only going to move a little bit in order to just sort of provide ourselves as a target. Sort of a please shoot me sign. And unlike most Gauss rifles, the Silver Bullet Gauss rifle, fun fact, does not have a minimum range. Hi. And we've made him unsteady. He's lost his evasion, but we were able to cause enough damage to actually break him, which is a tad unfortunate. I don't think that I want to just unload my Marauder into the side of him. I think that would end very poorly for us. Alright, Jester. Do you still have a shot from here? You do. What would it look like? That's just, this is not good enough to want to risk that angle. Let's get you into cover. Angle's going to be bad here, but that's to be expected. Don't shoot the back of the Timberwolf, please. Oh wow, you got a piece of that. Good job. Structure exposed and lost his evasion. Now he is going to be moving, which is a little bit sad because I would have liked to have been able to capitalize on that. But he's very much on fire. He may even shut down. If he attempts to shoot this round, I think he might actually turn himself off, which would remove the jamming field, which is really bad for them. And he turned off. Yep. That's what we were hoping for. Okay. See, sometimes we don't... Oh, jammer removed? Oh, we were being jammed. Sometimes we don't always need to go for a capture attempt with our weapon systems. Blackjack's gonna go for a punch. And punch me for 28 damage. Dude, you don't have arms. Alright, I'm going to kill you. Don't worry. We'll take care of you in a bit. Of course, we still have their Blackjack and the Donner somewhere off in the distance. All we needed to do was to bring the range down to basically 0. And just counteract his jamming with fire. Lots and lots of fire. Hunchback shifting off to the side. He's also kind of cooking. And he's going to disco into the side of the catapult, but that was kind of to be expected. I may just go full death and destruction. He burned himself out too. Oh, you're dead.
Waiting for orders.
But there's somebody who is dead first. Can I get to his back without passing through the fire, please? Is there anywhere I can move to? No. No, the game's got to be that like that. Alright, then in that case, what I'll do is I'll maneuver over to here so that I can get a nice, easy shot into his back. I'm going to warlord this. Keep the heat under control. That's very important. And we're going to switch from Infernos to Deadfires because these do a lot of damage. And we're just going to rip them out. And there's none of that. So both hunchbacks are sort of dead men walking at this point. Can you get a back angle on this hunchback, or is that not really going to be a thing? It could be. It is not? No, it's not. Is it? No. So I can't get the back angle I'd like to have. So if we just took a shot at him, blow off his head. I mean, that was asking a little bit much. I'll be fair with that one.
I think I hit something good.
You did kinda, but I'm not super psyched about it. I mean, it was good, don't get me wrong, but at the end of the day,
Ready to get it
let's
on.
remember what it is we're talking about here. Shifting right over here. I don't want to do that. You just have a side... Oh, you just have a side angle sitting here. Lovely. Warlord, please, and blows head off. You got the sensors impaired, but I don't think you hit him all that much. That was actually really disappointing. Paradox, would you please kill a blackjack? Just do me that favor. I'll give you full warlord for it too. There we go. So the only thing we got left is that hunchback and the pike. Oh, and the Donner helicopter, which is somewhere off in the distance. Which, if it doesn't come back, we're going to have to hunt it down before the mission will actually end. At least it's a smaller map. So that'll help considerably. I just don't want to waste too much firepower trying to kill it. Alright, how will the enemy respond to the fact that some of you are on fire with a catapult who has dead fire missiles is about to get into your back? Pike's going to come on back, and he's going to sensor lock. You are still cooking because you're not going to turn on. Oh, did you turn back on? Oh, that would be bad. I'll walk through the flames.
Roger, Skipper.
No, he's not online. His back. Center torso. Dead fires. And there he goes. So we still have to kill the pike and the helicopter,
Receiving you.
which ought to be fairly easy to do. So let's just sprint on over to where we see the pike. Got a side angle shot, which is lovely. And just blitz him. That's pretty much everything hitting. Howl, can you finish it off? I mean, you do have a minimum range in your Gauss rifle, so that makes it a little bit more difficult for you to do that same trick, but maybe you'll make it look good.
All an ass.
Well, his front armor is his weakest spot. We managed to break most of his propulsion systems, which is good. He didn't detonate just yet, but Jester might be able to resolve that particular problem. Can't believe they're just normal Tiger PPCs. Lovely. Okay, so now we just got the Donner to worry about.
One more for the trash heap.
And wherever that thing went to, we're gonna have to hunt it down, and then the rest of the force is gonna show up. You are just the worst. You have no idea.
Commander?
I really hate that they do this. The fact that they do this is so dumb.
Copy that, Commander.
Like, I get the idea of a tactical retreat. That makes sense, but this is stupid. First of all, he bailed out in the middle of the fight. Didn't even try and fight it. And second of all, by bailing out, now all I gotta do is just chase him down, and I'm gonna be right next to my own drop zone. Which is not really what you want to do on this, because you want to be able to intercept the next drop zone to hit the enemy before they can really do anything. And we're not gonna be able to do that. Oh, he's coming back, lovely. He's just gonna be super fast, so it's gonna be nearly impossible to hit him. Hey, I have a line of sight on you.
Quick stepping it.
19. How about if I switched over to something with actual accuracy?
Firing all weapons.
Is it an ERPPC you have? Is that legitimately an ERPPC? There you are. Oh no, it's an ER large laser. It's a clan one, which is a pretty good one. But it's not as cool.
No problem. On my way.
Sure. Oh no, you've got 4 rounds left. PPCs only.
Target locked. It's go time.
Missed by only 18%, so there's that going for us.
No luck.
I kind of doubt that Howl's going to be able to hit anything. While Howl is very, very cool and her Gauss rifles are awesome, even this would be a bit much. See if I can't coin flip it. Oh, wow. Double tapped it again. Jeez, girl. You are just a nightmare with Gauss rifles. Alright, where's the next drop zone? Do we know?
Ready for orders.
I'm going to just walk because you're incredibly slow anyway. Oh, they're right behind us. Lovely. So that means I'm going to have to spread the catapult to get back in range, and I don't know if I'll be able to do it.
Commander?
Right, your catapult will be able to chill out by the end of the next round, which is good. So rush on through that. Alright, that's going to be great.
Receiving you.
The Warhammer is kind of my melee brawler
You want that?
at this point. He's the only one that doesn't have a minimum range. Jester does absolutely have a minimum range, and a pretty rough one at that. So we're going to just slip right on over here. He can fly, though, so there is a pretty significant advantage in there. And the Timberwolf, of course, can do whatever the heck she wants. Because at the end of the day, cavalry wins wars. That's not true, artillery does, but still. Alright, dropping on in. Apparently they flew right on over us. We're fighting the Valkyrie. The Valkyrian. What did you drop, Miss Valkyrian? Something with internal combustion engines. Light carrier, dangerous. Warrior, not really dangerous. I have, like, no respect for warriors, I'm sorry. Are you jamming me? Sensors are affected. Shepherd tank.
How's it going?
Right. So can the Warhammer just, like, kill this thing? Oh, yeah, with impunity. How much armor does he got? Side angle, we're looking at 54. He has less side armor than he does frontal armor. That is hilarious to me. Alright, see if you can't warlord him to death. You could have had you managed to hit him, but you didn't. Because you decided you weren't interested in utilizing a gas rifle in this particular fight. We're going to slip on through the trees. We're going to catapult nimbly through the forest.
What's up, boss?
I would like you to... Oh yeah, just walk on forward, PPCs. You know the whole deal. 35%. Jeez, why are you so terrible? Why are you so terrible at this? I'm assuming because it doesn't have any kind of support system.
Waiting for orders.
They have to all have moved. If that's the case, that light carrier may not have moved. I can't get too close. Gotta remember, there's a very, very significant minimum range on this mech.
Here to come.
Alright, so the Vedette is down. I don't know if that's removed the jammers. Because someone's currently making my life more difficult than it needs to be. Mockingbird.
Standing by.
If they just dropped a vehicle lance, which it very much looks like they did. Light flamer carrier. That is a fascinating load up you have there. Yeah, show everything. Not good accuracy, decent accuracy actually. Flamer was sticky. Right, give me some acid and let's go burning. The Shepherd might be the one with the... It's a lot of fire actually. Shepherd might be the one with the current problems, but I'm gonna just acidize you to death? To death. When you see the spitting thing fly over the head, you've got him.
Commander.
Okay, then you are going to pop over the edge of this ridge. You're into the back of the Shepherd, which is pretty nice. Or I could kill the warrior, but I'm not really worried about a warrior. You managed him with one of them. Paradox, can you back this up as well? Can you get closer than that? That's the limit.
No shooting, just running.
And see if you can't tear off that side torso. Oh, not torso, it is a turret cover, so I should keep that in mind.
Critical hit, Commander.
Yeah, but you didn't kill it. I'm gonna be honest, that was sort of the thing I was hoping you'd be able to do. Right, and you don't have a target at anything.
Affirmative.
Because for some reason... Oh, I should have jumped. Idiots. Alright, you're gonna be slowed down, thanks to your propulsion damage. And also, I'm pretty much on top of you, so I should be able to sprint on anywhere I want. That was a lot of missiles that hit me. I'm not comfortable with that many missiles hitting me. Hopefully the warrior won't move. I mean, it probably will, but hopefully it won't. That will make my life a lot easier than it otherwise needs to be. Because if the warrior doesn't move, I can just plink it out of the sky. Because I did kind of just let it sit there. Alright, warrior's up. What does it wish to do? What is its intentions? It has a machine gun and an AC-5. And to be fair, that AC-5 is pretty good firepower for a warrior. He's going to stand still and do nothing. I approve of this course of action. Yeah, I need to get to your left or right. This is indeed your right side. Okay. Right, you're dead. Just gonna walk right up here. I'm gonna switch to standard listen kills because that's the safest thing to do. And he's dead. So I don't know if you have the if you had any sort of jammer or we're just suffering from poor visibility. Okay, switching to the back of him.
Roger that.
And shoot him out of the sky, please. Lovely. All forces defeated, or are we dealing with more? There's normally a third one, right? Oh, that's it. Alright, not bad. I gotta say, I don't think that your Marauder 2 is all that good. I think it's kind of junky. First things first, you need to rip out that AC-10 and put in a good old-fashioned gas rifle. And maybe upgrade those PPCs to ER PPCs, because that minimum range is pointless. Alright, so we got 649,820, which is not bad for us. And apparently the Marauder took a head hit. The Warhammer took a pretty significant gut check, and the Catapult also took a couple of hits. But other than that, we came out of that pretty good. My main concern, though, is the... give me the clan one. For once, we actually ran into heavy flamers. Main concern is the fixing of that Gauss rifle. Really irritated that it got broken again. Whole ton of streaks. If you're interested in streaks, these are the places to go. Core 250? I have 2. If I bought another one, I could sell it. I have 2 of those. I don't need that. Indirect, I think... Oh, I don't have any more of those. Right, I think it's on the Catawhacker. I'll take the Clan Pharaoh, because Clan Pharaoh is super, super good. And heavy flamer ammo quantity 2. Already have 1. 12 shots per. You know what, let's grab a pair of these. Because I'm not really interested in ER large lasers. I've already got 2 anyway. At least I got some ammo for this, just for my peace of mind. I got 2. Okay, so I have enough to run all 3 of these now. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, but I now have more. Huh. I'm going to be interested to see what the difference between the heavy flamer and the normal flamers are. If I need to upgrade, say, the Burner Boy with them. Although, if the Burner Boy stays in the lineup for much longer, I don't know. It's such a squishy, easy-to-break mech, and that makes it a little bit concerning to keep in the lineup. Not that I don't love it. It's a cool mech, but it's vulnerable to a lot of things. So, mainly because of that Clan XL, or not the Clan, Intersphere XL engine, which is built into the structure of the mech. I have some serious concerns about it. We have almost lost that mech 4 times at this point. We have lost it 3. So it is just a little bit too squishy to do the job that it needs to do at this point. A little bit of combat going on. Looks like Steiner stealing from Barak from Steiner. So they're dueling over a couple of planets, and Jade Falcon fighting Wolf. 24,000 for the next 3 days is pretty decent, so that'll be not too terrible on us. I'm hoping that I can turn that around pretty quick, because I'd like to get Kerensky's stick out soon. Oh wow, I can just spend 1 day and get everybody reset. Yeah, but that's going to do it for today's episode. I have been Tyrek. If you like what you're seeing, hit that like button and subscribe. Before I receive a notification every time I post one of these videos, press that little bell icon. And make sure you swing on by our Twitch over at twitch.tv/Derek117 every Wednesday and Saturday at 4 o'clock to watch us play through Apollo's Vipers, a clan start campaign which has been going in a slightly different direction than this one has been. And I will see you all in the next episode.